Hey, welcome back. I'm Kobe, and I want to give some of the other Rivian owners some video feedback and maybe potential owners that are looking at Rivian as an option. This simple fridge, portable camping fridge you take out, just have fun with. It's not even a huge fridge, fits in the gear tunnel perfectly. That's why I got it. It actually knocked out my outlets, causing damage that I had to bring into Rivian for them to repair. And I just want to save you some headaches. So if you're thinking about doing the same, it's not just me. Watch these other YouTubers. There are two others that I found that had a very similar story, and it's exactly the same behavior. They may tell you to reset the software, it makes no difference. It's a big deal. And the second time, I might have to pay for it. Your first outlet that you have is down here in the back seat, kind of a standard plug here. And that's usually where I'll plug in the radar detector whenever I want to have that thing on. And that takes very low wattage. That's nothing crazy. Then you get into the gear tunnel, and in the gear tunnel, it's on either side. So there's one on this side. Oh, let me get out of the way. Yeah. Oh, there's a cigarette lighter on this side. Oh, that's interesting. Cigarette lighter. Your second, what I call standard plug, is over here on the passenger side. This outlet here, lift that up. Okay, there's your second one. The other thing on the far end is also, I would assume, a part of that same network, but that's like a cigarette lighter one over there. The last one is here in the trunk. Open that up a little bit. Last one is right here. You have two outlets where you could also plug things in. The Rivian support people advised me that that entire system that I just showed you can only handle a maximum of 15 amps. And even though the maximum is 15 amps, the engineers don't recommend that you draw any more than 12.5 amps throughout the entire system. Otherwise, it could fail. Here's the user manual for that fridge, and they get pretty descriptive. However, they don't talk about how many amps, they talk about volts. By the way, if you like this content, I've got a bunch of other stuff. This Dominator basketball hoop set is gonna get installed in my backyard in ground, and this thing is incredibly designed. Look at that aluminum, it's all aluminum welding. Stay tuned for that. In any event, here's what they're talking about. If you have troubleshooting and the power cutting in and out, then this fridge needs a minimum of 10.9 volts to start and 9.6 to continue operating. They get a little bit more into it, but they don't talk about amps. So what I did, I have a plug here, this guy, that will monitor. It's got an app, and I recorded the draw, and it's really minimal. I started out in max mode, and then I later also tried eco mode. In no case did it ever go above the recommended amount of amps. So this definitely points out, in my opinion, something wrong in the design. Here's my span panel. What if it's just a circuit breaker? You just flip the switch. I don't understand why when the outlets go, the fuse, like they have to, I guess, go underneath. They say it's near the main battery. So this is not something that you'll ever be able to do yourself. Too dangerous. And it's just frustrating. There's no warning. The software doesn't even tell you. The software doesn't even tell you that there is an issue in advance. You know they should be able to read how many amps voltage. Look at all the crazy stuff they do as it is, right? There's a bunch of information on this charging app here, the energy app. You telling me they can't throw something in here to tell you, look, outlets. There's even a thing for outlets. Oh, okay, that's the standard one they give you. But they don't tell you how much you're using and at least give you a warning. I'm not the only one that this is happening to. Please, please let me know what your thoughts are. And has this happened to you? Have you taken your Rivian camping and experienced the same problem? If this happens again, there's no guarantee that I won't have to pay for that repair. When I did the math, the 7.5, 8 hours it took them to fix it, at $235 an hour plus the parts. I could only find one. I estimate the repair on this thing was like $3,500 is what they would charge me. And that just doesn't sit right with me at all. So I can no longer plug that fridge into this vehicle. I'll have to get a separate power bank that'll run that fridge. It's just sad. 80 grand, these things go north of what, 120? Like, how could they design something like that, a production vehicle, and not allow you to like reset it somehow without damaging the inverter, which is not cheap, and then the fuse? I don't even know where it is, but it's deep under here somewhere, and I can't do it. There's more information you can find too in the online manual or PDFs online as well. Here they talk about the USB-C system, how it's all kind of interconnected, and they do say danger, although they don't say not to use non-Rivian vendors for your hardware. It says Rivian supplied work best, but there is nothing in here that talks about, oh, by the way, if anything fries the system, the whole thing's trashed. There is a caution down here. Don't use outlet to power any device that requires over 1,500 watts of power. Again, though, is the result of that the system gets kind of fried on you? I don't think that's really smart. Don't use more than one high power device at the same time, which makes sense. The 120 volt outlets share that entire bandwidth. Again, I'm okay with that. Leaving the 120 volt outlets powered on reduces the range of your vehicle, and that also makes sense. There's nothing more. So in this section, this is where they bring up the details and information, and that's really it. Interestingly though, I still find it odd that there is nothing in here that warns you that, hey, your refrigerator or whatever device isn't really working well with the system. We're going to disable it temporarily to save you from needing to replace your inverter and your fuse. In any event, I hope this helps you. I don't know what a Cybertruck, I'll have to get a hold of some of my other YouTube friends and see what their thoughts are. How does the Cybertruck work? I have no idea. But I would like to think that all these manufacturers, when they start designing their electric vehicles, if there's a plug, there has to be a way to reset it, replace a fuse. My preference is just to like reset. They should allow for that. But this just doesn't cut it for me. I'm just conveying my experience and my opinion. Certainly you need to form your own. I'm not telling anybody what to do. This is just my very honest opinion of what's transpired so far. I will do an update video the moment I get some more feedback from some of the other people that I've reached out to. Anywho, I don't normally complain, but this one was really irritating to me. I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.